Welcome to Petty Details, where the crew gallivants down a tree-lined lane of conversation on all kinds of different subjects. Join the crew as they jump in the Wayback Machine in the quest for nuggets of knowledge. Our journey will allegedly drop some petty details on you that you didn't know you needed to know until now. Hello, crew! Welcome!
Hello.
Welcome to my co-hosts, Cam and Monica.
What's up?
Hello.
So,
Nice glasses, Meg. I love them.
thank you.
Oh.
We are right around the corner from 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to show you, obviously, my amazing glasses
Obvi-
and my shirt. I'm
Your
really
nails.
excited about this shirt. Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to have to read it to you, but are you
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, yes. Bitches love independence.
Let's go.
Bitches
Yes, we
Hey.
love
do.
independence.
Yes, we do.
An alleged quote.
An alleged
Yeah,
quote. That's
allegedly.
right. So Cam, what are you wearing tonight?
Yes. I have
That
ice fog
sounded
on.
way dirtier than I meant
It
it.
really
I am
did.
so sorry.
It's okay. It
That's
went
going
right
in a
over my
different
head.
direction.
Uh,
I didn't even realize.
Cam is over 18. Please realize that. Okay, so what shirt do you have on there, Cam?
It's ice fog. They're touring currently, I think, honestly.
They are.
Nice.
They are. Nice.
Yeah.
Love
See them at select stores wherever you get your ice. I don't know where I'm going with that bit. Okay.
Wherever you get your petty details merch.
That's right.
There you go. Thank you.
Yes.
Saved
And
it.
Monica, what do you have on your head?
A wonderful petty details hat. Super
Very
comfy.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
We also
And honestly, you can wear those anyway. It doesn't have to be built to the front,
it
honestly.
does not.
It doesn't.
look
I
good
just look
any
really, really
direction.
weird with the backwards baseball caps. I tend to go with it forward. I've tried the backward baseball cap look, and it just didn't fit.
Well, we do
Understand.
also have pens now that we will be leaving
nice.
in strategic locations. You know, like
You can
Walmart.
write your own petty details with them, honestly.
You can. You absolutely can.
There you go.
Yeah, so they will be kind of all over the country. Be looking for them. I will be sending them out to some of our friends to be leaving in places. So if you want to drop some somewhere, then let me know and I'll send them out to you. As always, we have merch. So let us know if you want some of that. We can send you out what we've got and a price list. And always subscribe.
Yes. So you get the latest petty
Absolutely.
details.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Things you didn't know you needed to know until
Yep.
now.
Mm.
Okay.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes. Oh, this is epic.
I freaking
Okay.
love this hat.
I'm noticing a theme
Are
here.
you? Yes.
Meg,
Mhm.
So,
what is it we're discussing today?
well, with the 4th of July right around the corner,
Yes.
I want to talk about a founding father.
Oh,
Mhm.
which one?
Ben Franklin.
We all know Benny.
We do.
Oh.
I don't think we
The Kite
truly know
Man.
Benny. I
We
feel like
don't.
we know a version of Benny.
Yes, I cannot read though. My reading glasses on, so excuse me.
There you
Don't
go.
judge me.
There we go.
Hey,
This is
hey,
I like
just
it.
hang them from the right here on your shirt.
There you go.
It's yeah.
I dig it.
Okay.
You gotta do the milady thing too. Milady.
Oh yes, lady.
I mean, since we are going back in the Wayback Machine
We are. We definitely
Oh.
are.
to the time of the founding fathers.
To the time of the founding fathers, and it's all off. Wait.
There you go. There you go.
There we go. Okay. Also, we're trying out a new microphone, so hopefully it sounds okay.
It does to me.
Don't get
We
distracted
find
by
out.
the colors.
Yes.
Right.
Focus on the hat
Or do.
and not the.
No. There you go. There you go.
Don't
Okay.
pay attention to the guy behind the curtain.
Exactly.
That
Okay,
type of
so what do we know about good old Ben? Anybody?
He was a
vibe.
smart
Kite
dude.
Man, electricity,
Kite Man, yes.
key.
I was gonna say he was a smart scientist dude.
Okay.
He's on the $100 bill? Question mark.
Yeah. Yes. It's all about the
I haven't seen
Benjamins.
that many $100 bills in my lifetime.
I
so,
know.
It is all about the
Yeah.
That's
Benjamins,
gonna be
though.
Cam once we start making money at this, like 20 years from now. All right. So he invented bifocals,
Yes,
Oh,
I did know that. Yeah,
which I
I
do
had heard
not
that.
wear. Thank you very much. These are just regular reading glasses. So y'all keep your mouth
That's because
shut.
you had surgery.
I did. He of course did the kite and the lightning rod thing, right?
hmm
And
ding, ding, ding. Okay.
biggest thing, he signed the
How many-
Declaration of Independence.
That too.
Right.
Cam's
He
like,
was
oh
one.
yeah,
He was one of the signatories.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah.
yeah.
One of
He was
what,
not the
like
only one, yeah.
50? There's a lot of people signing that thing, right?
There were quite a few. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he did do all of that. He's
What else
truly
did he do?
he's truly a self-made man.
Yeah.
He's an inventor. He's a scientist, statesman. He writes tons of like letters, articles, such.
Okay.
He was also kind of a dick.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is.
There it is. Okay, so in this series, which is called Dicks of History,
I like it.
we are going to talk about some well-known people who did some great
See, I thought this was
things.
a different topic, I was prepared for a different vibe.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
no.
Ah,
So they did great things, but they also did some not great things. And I know that this is going to be a hot take on Ben Franklin.
well,
Please.
is it? I'm
Please don't
curious.
cancel
Is it?
me
Is it the
without
kind
listening
of
to the whole thing.
right?
Mm.
Is it the kind of thing that, like, yes, they did great things, and those great things overshadowed everything else, and that's maybe why
Sometimes it
our
depends on the dick of
memory of it
history.
is skewed. Yeah.
In this one, I'm going to say yes, the great things that he did overshadowed the dickish things he did. In the series, it will not always be that way, though.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Excuse my dogs in the background. They're going crazy at the moment.
Actually, I can't hear him. Can you?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I just muted my microphone too.
Oh,
So
well, that's why. All right. So we are going to go in the way back machine to the
That one,
1700s.
you hit a left turn.
in Albuquerque, yes, I took a left turn in
That's right.
Albuquerque.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, no. My hat.
I know, losing the hat. Oh no.
Oh, no. Things are not going well. Okay.
Fedora
Technical
Meg.
difficulties.
Oh.
Good gravy. All right. Okay. So we're going to start with some basic history, okay? Ben was
Okay.
born of English parents in what is now Boston in 1706. He didn't grow up in an affluent family, so they couldn't afford to send Ben to school. So he ended up having to drop out. Although he did keep up studying on his own. He was like one of, I don't know, 15,000 kids. And he ended up working for his father for a while. But he eventually became, eventually, I say, he was still pretty young, but he eventually became an apprentice to his brother James, who was a printer. And this is when he's 12 years old.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Things were different back then. I will say that.
Yeah, we're in a time skip for sure.
Yeah. So the problem came in when he signed an 8-year contract to work with his brother. Some people say it was almost
Okay.
like a indentured servant kind of
I was
thing.
gonna say that's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah.
But he ended up leaving at 5 years and breaking the contract.
Okay.
Which he knew wasn't great. He also knew that at the time it was going to make him a fugitive, but he didn't care.
Oh, okay.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Like running from the law?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I didn't realize it was that serious.
Oh yeah. No, it's
Oh, yeah.
that
That's
serious.
Crazy.
So he's
Contracts
off
are
running.
no joke.
Yeah, no. Especially
I guess.
servitude.
Yeah,
contracts.
the
Yeah.
the indentured contracts were
Yeah.
crazy.
Don't ask me to sign anything.
No. So he's off running around. He's running around the world. He's learning the printing business.
hmm
But he comes back to the colonies, which is now obviously the US. It was not
Mhm.
then, but it is now. And he works for some newspapers. He starts this library called the Library Company of Philadelphia. All
Okay.
good things.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Until he writes a pamphlet in 1751.
No. What was this pamphlet
Oh
about?
no.
Oh, yes.
Don't write pamphlets.
Oh
We
no,
had
it's
to
a
do a
pamphlet.
project.
Right.
We had to do a project in middle school. It was like make a pamphlet. I was like, are we in the 1800s? What's happening? No one makes
Yeah.
pamphlets anymore.
Nobody makes a
Evidently,
pamphlet
What?
anymore.
yes. 1700s actually.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh,
Although
sorry.
I do think that
Sorry,
they still had
my way back
pamphlets
machine is
in
stuck.
1800s.
Say that again, Meg.
Yeah.
I do think they had pamphlets back in the 1800s. So,
They did. Oh no, they absolutely did.
All right. So he writes his pamphlet, 1751. Good God. Okay. Which is talking about demographic growth, where he refers to
Okay.
Pennsylvania Germans as Palatine Boers
Oh,
and says
lovely.
their complexion, which he calls blacks and tawnies, are weakening the social structure of the colonies.
Oh,
Eek.
interesting.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, selective wording. You could have used better words there.
Oh, much,
Jeez.
much
Could you
better.
though? I mean, like, how are you gonna say that in
No,
a
I think
nice way?
yeah, I think you're
Well,
still degrading another person. So yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
not
not.
good.
Actually, not just another person, an entire group of people.
Yes, an
yeah.
entire group.
Mind
So he figures out this probably wasn't the best thing to print.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
No.
and he does end up taking out that phrase in later pamphlets. So
Well,
he
that's good.
edited it
Oh,
himself.
but that's kind of crazy because it's like, you know how they say like once you put something out into the internet, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
Those pamphlets, not that they're always like it's not still there now, but like he put out those pamphlets and like he can't take them back because like
Oh yeah.
people are
Yeah.
giving
Oh,
him
people's
their type of
memories
stuff.
are
hmm
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now during this time, he also is seeing himself as like this person who's trying to guide the public on morality issues. And he thinks that he really is the best qualified to do this by writing newspaper articles and more pamphlets.
I always love it when somebody feels that they know best
Yes.
in
Right.
in a group setting like that.
Yeah.
I know best. You must do what I do. Do what I say.
But then he
Never
does
leads to any problems.
no.
I know. Yeah,
of
it
course
always
not.
works out so well.
So he's like high on this morality thing, but then he does things like he doesn't stop a hazing incident that went wrong in about 1738.
Oh, geez.
Dang.
He was a witness to an incident where a quote simple-minded apprentice named Daniel Reese was killed when two men spilled burning alcohol on him during a fake Masonic initiation.
A fake. It was fake.
What
It
Like,
was fake.
oh, geez.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What's Masonic?
I love that you raised your hand.
The Masons Lodge, it's like a group of guys. Have you ever heard of like the Eagles? Do you have an Eagles or a who are the ones that wear the
Like an
feathers?
Eagle Scout?
No,
Oh,
No. Oh, it's kind of like
Lions
Shriners.
Club, like stuff like that. Yeah.
the
It's a-
Shriners.
okay, it's kind you buy into it and then you have privileges type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you, yeah, if
All
you
right.
look up, I mean, the Masons, there's a lot of like conspiracy
Oh,
theories
tons of it,
about
yeah.
the
Is it kind of
Masons and the
culty?
founding of our
Depends on who
country.
you ask.
Meg,
Yeah.
Depends on who
Yeah.
you ask, yeah.
But there's a lot of conspiracies about them specifically surrounding the founding of our country and like the way that like Washington
Oh.
D.C., the positioning of certain buildings and
Oh
if you
yeah.
look at a map, like the symbols that they create,
Oh, you can
it's
go deep like into the
oh,
symbols on the
it's a
money, all kinds of stuff, yeah.
whole rabbit hole
There's
thing.
lore.
Oh yeah.
Oh, lots of lore,
Dang.
yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's fascinating, but yeah, there's
Okay.
a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Franklin was a Mason, and he did not
Okay.
participate in this incident, but he did know about it and he didn't stop it.
Okay. I was gonna say he didn't participate, but he also
Oh.
didn't stop
He
it.
didn't stop it,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
which
He was standing in
made,
the doorway and he was like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's
Mhm.
like,
yeah.
oh, not my thing. Um, but this made one of the newspaper rivals from the American Weekly Mercury, because he's in the newspaper business, right?
Right.
So his rival takes note
Mhm.
of this and wrote all about the incident and Franklin's non-action.
Oh, put him
Mhm.
on blast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we come
Oh.
to his marriage to poor
Okay.
Deborah Reed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So he proposes to Deborah when she's 15 and he's 17.
Okay.
And her
Oh.
mom, it's
I
not,
got super scared.
no,
The
it's
image
not
in
that
my mind
bad.
is old man Ben Franklin. I was like,
No,
15.
no.
Whoa.
He
Like
was
he's
once a young
27, she's
man.
15.
He was once a young
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
He
Um,
was.
but her mom is like, no, you have no financial plan. He somehow like missed communicating with the family. Like he kind of ghosted him, it sounds like.
Her family?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the mom marries her off to this other guy. Well,
Oh, I forget, like, yeah.
Deborah's
You
new
can do that.
husband, yeah, they can do that.
Yeah.
Deborah's new husband, John, isn't that,
No.
yeah, he isn't that
Her
great of a
choices
guy
were John
either.
and Ben.
John and
Did,
Ben, yeah. But
Wow.
John takes off with the dowry and isn't seen again.
oh, scandalous.
Yeah.
He
Poor
married her for the money,
Dang.
Deborah.
literally.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
So good old Ben comes back into the picture. They start shacking up, even though Deborah is still married to John.
Nice.
Because we can't find John. John's gone.
Right. John took the money and
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
left him.
John's fault.
That's John's fault, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Team Deborah.
Yeah, poor Deborah, like for real, poor Deborah. But this is not a good thing back in the 1700s.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No,
I
Kind
can
of
imagine.
frowned upon.
she's still legally married to
I
somebody
mean,
else,
what?
regardless of whether he's gone
Mhm.
or not. Like, eek.
Yeah. Like, in I Love Lucy, like they slept in different beds. Like
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
like this past recent, like that's recent enough for me to know, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So you can
So,
imagine.
yeah, this isn't great. But meanwhile, Ben has a kid with some other chick.
Oh my God.
Wasn't married to her?
No,
Ooh.
don't know who she is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Scandal.
mystery.
Yeah. And poor Deborah has to raise this illegitimate son in addition to her two kids with Ben Franklin.
What?
Wait a second.
Where'd
Did
the
the mom
mama
like,
go?
I was gonna say, did the other mom like take off and
She
wow.
took the dowry. Oh, well, women don't. Never mind.
Women
Yeah.
don't get
Forget I said
dowries, and she wasn't married
That's
to
what
him.
yep.
I don't know. There's not a lot of information out there about who this woman was,
Yeah.
how he met her, how he ended up with
Hmm.
the kid. Like, if it was out
Well,
there
you can
at
imagine
one
how he
point,
ended up
it's
with a kid.
buried. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, none of this wouldn't have been too bad, except for that she never sees Ben. He's always off
Oh,
doing work stuff in Europe, and they end up in this common law long
who's
distance
work stuff?
marriage.
Am I right?
Work
Right.
stuff, right?
Work stuff. He's writing pamphlets.
He's writing pamphlets, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's being
Yeah.
a statesman, he's running around,
Yeah.
and she's stuck at home raising, her children and some other dudes or some other chick's kid.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say her
Yeah.
kids and not her kids.
Right. And
Right.
sometimes he's gone for like years at a time.
Well, yeah, especially if he's
Oh my
if he's
goodness.
overseas, like if he's back in England. Yeah, because the void like the
He is
passage between was like months long.
Yeah.
he is 100% cheating on her. Sorry, but definitely.
Well, they're not even married. So yeah.
So this doesn't make him really like a big part of the family life, obviously. And Deborah even writes to him after almost 40 years of them being together to tell him that she's sick, like literally physically ill, because he's gone all the time.
Oh,
And
she's
he has no
heartbroken.
idea what's going on at home because he's gone all the time.
Right. And what does he
Jeez.
do? He's like, cool,
Dang.
I've got some stuff to do. I'll be home at some point. And he leaves her until he's
Ooh.
done doing his thing. Like he doesn't rush home. He's just okay.
This is the guy writing
That's
newspaper articles about how you should act
Yeah.
morally.
Mm.
I'm
Cool,
never
cool,
touching
cool.
another $100 bill in my whole lifetime.
And as Cam said, if you think that Franklin was being the ever faithful husband while he's gone for years, you'd be wrong. He was a
No, men are
known
trash.
cheater.
No, I'm just kidding.
Not all men are trash.
we take hard stances. No, I'm just kidding.
Ben Franklin is kind of trash here. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
he's like this known cheater. Even as far back as 1745, there was a letter that Franklin wrote to a friend of his giving advice on how to select a mistress.
Oh my gosh. Like
Bro.
criteria that she needs to meet.
Yes.
Wow.
One
No.
of which is he said you should pick old ones because they won't get pregnant.
Damn.
Ew.
Damn. Well, yeah, I mean, if you don't want to be funding a bunch of
Wait,
children,
He
question.
learned his lesson with the first one, I guess.
yeah, he did.
Is there forms of not obviously there's not like plan B. Is there forms of birth control and other aspects
Yeah, I mean
at this time?
There are
they
forms,
had
but they're not,
rudimentary like
yeah, they're
made
not
from goat
Okay.
nearly,
intestine condoms kind of things.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
they're not
yes, okay.
nearly as effective
Yeah, they didn't have like the
as,
pill or
Right,
anything.
right, as what we
Yeah.
have now.
right,
But
right.
yeah, I mean, there were
The best
options,
one was obviously to choose an old lady because
clearly. They can't get pregnant.
That's crazy.
Also, I'm really
That's
curious as to what they define as old in that
old late, yeah.
scenario.
I don't know. All right, so poor Deborah ends
Yeah.
up
Poor
dying a couple
Deborah.
years later of a stroke, and he doesn't even come home right away.
Dang. Ew.
This is
Mhm.
terrible.
It's terrible. Poor Deborah, right?
Poor Deborah.
Poor
And
Dicks of history, Benjamin Franklin, poor Deborah.
poor Deborah. Yep. So his one son that he had with Deborah ended up dying when he was little.
Okay.
Smallpox, I want to say. So
Sounds about right.
Mm.
by the time that Deborah dies, it's the illegitimate son and his daughter. Okay.
Okay.
And he doesn't have that much of a better relationship with his illegitimate son because William, his name, ends up being a loyalist.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's kind of
Okay.
an issue.
Opposite sides of the argument there.
Yeah. And he's not only put on house arrest for 6 months, but then he is formally charged and sent to prison for 2 years.
Oh.
And Ben Franklin's like,
Okay.
send him to jail.
Sucks to be you, basically.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So William ended up going to England after he got let out of jail, and he stayed there for the rest of his life.
Okay.
But we are going to talk about this a little bit more because Ben is known, right? And all about starting a new country.
Mm-hmm.
He's a founding father, after all.
Right.
Mhm.
Not
Some
exactly.
father. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You are right. You are right. Well, he wasn't that great of a founding father either, if you look at this, because he wasn't really on board with this new like revolution plan right away.
Oh, he had to be talked into it?
Kind of, yeah. So he was doing pretty well under English rule. Okay. He had royal appointments. He was hanging out in England. He had like a house there. He had all of his older mistresses. And he even said in, I think, another pamphlet or something, that not every
Oh,
little
another
thing
fan.
is worth a rebellion.
Oh,
Okay.
little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Apparently, even John Adams, who another founding father,
Mm-hmm.
said that Franklin was, quote, sitting in silence a great part of the time, fast asleep in his chair.
Wow.
So he's
Like
not,
couldn't be bothered.
yeah. So
Literally.
even some of the other founding fathers are like, this fucking guy.
This guy sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's a dick.
You know, we're not actually that great, but this guy really
Right.
sucks.
Right. So what pushes him over the edge? Money.
Oh,
Shocker.
they
He
bribed
didn't
him into joining the revolution.
he didn't like no, he didn't like all the taxes.
Oh, well, that makes
Uh-uh.
sense.
Uh-huh. But some still thought that he might not be as patriotic to the US as he seemed. Like even after he changed sides. Some people were
Oh,
like, are you
like
really
he's kind
though?
of a double agent situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Not necessarily double agent, but playing both sides, like trying to
Yeah, I think
benefit
it's
Right.
from both.
yeah, exactly. It's more of a what benefits me more, that's who I'm
Okay.
gonna agree with kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So that was actually really surprising to me because when I think of Ben Franklin, I'm like, oh, he was all about, revolution and building the
Yeah.
new and, he's BFFs with Washington and all these guys. He was not.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
History
So
books led us astray.
they
Huh.
they did. They really did. They did not tell us all this.
Oh no.
He also wasn't great to his poor daughter.
Mm, of
So
course not.
obviously they're not real close because he's gone all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
But when she went to choose a husband, Ben conveniently forgot that he didn't have any money either when he got with Deborah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Slipped my mind. My bad.
So he's unhappy that his daughter had chosen a man who wasn't wealthy. And this wasn't like some bum on the street. Like he owned a shop or something.
Right.
He was middle class. He was
I was gonna say he wasn't, rolling in money. He didn't have like family money or something, but
no, but he
he was
wasn't a
Right.
doing well
scrub.
for himself.
Yes. He just wasn't
Okay.
doing as well.
As
They were
Ben would have
wealthy with
liked.
love.
They were
There you
wealthy with
go.
love. Yes. And he was so unhappy that he literally, and I mean literally, ignored his son-in-law for like 2 years.
What the?
Didn't even
Dang.
acknowledge
That's
what
super mature.
told
Let's just
people, yeah, that he didn't have
That's
a
so,
son-in-law
yeah,
kind of
that's
thing.
so
give him the
childish.
silent treatment. What the heck?
Yeah. And it's not just like,
That's
oh,
crazy.
for a couple weeks, like years.
Jeez.
In fact, his autobiography doesn't even mention his daughter at all.
Dude.
What? Just ignores a whole kid.
Just ignores the whole kid.
He's like, look at all these cool things I did. Oh,
Yeah.
don't look at any of that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Although this guy has huge brass balls because he ends up
Really?
leaning on her in his later years when he moved in with her.
No.
He's like, I'm gonna ignore you for the like entirety of your childhood and formidable years, but you know what?
But now
I'm
take care of
sick
me.
now. I need
Mm-hmm.
you to take
Yeah.
care of me and take me in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's talk about how a feud that he had led to the legend of the Jersey Devil.
Oh.
What?
Yes. So
No.
No
yes.
way.
So if you don't know
This is
what
a
the
connection. I
you
was
didn't
not
expect, right?
Oh yeah, no, here's a
No,
petty
that's
detail I was
Petty
crazy.
not
detail.
aware I needed to know, but
Oh,
I'm here for it.
So
wow.
if you don't know what the Jersey Devil is or the Leeds Devil, it's this scary flying devil-looking creature with hooves that runs around the woods in New Jersey. It's like
Yeah.
this terrifying thing.
Yeah.
And petty detail here, apparently this whole thing starts with almanacs.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
So Franklin is getting into the almanac game around 1732, and he ends up in this feud with a fellow almanac printer named Titan Leeds. Well, Franklin decides to be an asshole to Leeds and starts pretending that Leeds is dead. Like,
What?
he's writing articles saying that this dude is dead.
Straight up lying. Wow.
I feel like that's illegal.
So not much has changed in the press. Cool.
Right. So obviously,
No, right?
Leeds does not take too kindly to this.
No.
No.
But Franklin
Imagine.
keeps it up and he starts talking about how Leeds's ghost is still haunting the printing press and how Leeds's family crest is called the Leeds Devil because it has a
Oh.
dragon on it.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our, yeah. Hmm.
He
I was
also
gonna say a lot
didn't,
of the founding fathers' crests probably had dragons on them too.
but he didn't get into feuds with them because they weren't
Well,
writing
that's true.
almanacs. So
That's true.
Right.
he also didn't help matters when he published a fake witchcraft trial story in 1735.
I thought this was like, I thought we're way over that at this point.
No. Mm-mm.
Witches is still a thing in 17, what did you say, 30
35.
something?
Yep.
Wow.
When did the Salem witch trials happen? That was the 1700s.
1660.
16?
like
Oh,
that.
okay. I thought it was the 1700s. I thought that was further into the 1700s.
I think it was the 1600s, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so all of that led to the Leeds Devil, the Jersey Devil.
Wow.
That's crazy. Leeds
Ben
Devil.
Franklin
Wow.
started a rumor and it took
Yeah.
off.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Yeah. And now it's a cryptid.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then people started seeing this thing or seeing whatever, and yeah, so that was a whole thing.
Huh.
They're like, it's the Leeds Devil. Wow.
Exactly. So Ben Franklin, a dick to his family, right?
Mm-hmm.
100%. And he wasn't the perfect man, as we have seen.
I'm sorry. I'm imagining that on a shirt. Ben Franklin, addicted. Whoa. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about Ben Franklin. My lights are going crazy right now.
Told you. Oh my
Oh.
God.
It's,
You
I'm
got the
scared.
Leeds Devil in there, is what you've got.
Yeah.
Oh no! No, please. I'm about to just
He's
turn the
gonna write
lights
a
off and I'll
story
just be in
about
the dark.
Cam now from the
Right.
grave.
In an almanac.
Seriously.
Yes.
Oh my god.
But he still did do some really important things, right? So, although he did own slaves earlier in his life, not
I
great.
feel like a lot of people did though.
Right.
Yeah.
So that,
But
which is unfortunate.
yeah, but he did become a big supporter of abolishing slavery and even became the president of the Pennsylvania Society for promoting the abolition of slavery later in
Okay.
life. So
Oh.
good.
I didn't know that either. Yeah.
I think that overshadows the Leeds Devil thing.
Right.
I would say it balances it out a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe not abandoning your family, but you know.
Right.
Or
At least the
watching
Leeds
that
Devil,
poor
yeah.
kid died. Yeah.
Right.
So
Oh god, I forgot. Yeah, that did happen.
yeah. So like we said before, he invented bifocals, super important. He invented the flexible catheter, which is super important.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that's very important.
Yeah.
A non-flexible catheter is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weren't they like
Ouch.
glass or something like that
Ouch.
before?
I don't know. It
No.
doesn't sound nice. So
No, I mean, well,
Oh.
catheter period doesn't
No.
sound nice, but
True.
and he invented the Franklin stove, which made in-house fires more safe. And
Ooh,
obviously he was big in the study of electricity.
crazy.
Mm-hmm. So
When the lightning struck the kite, I remember that.
yeah. So I will argue that Ben Franklin, as with most people, he was a complicated man.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
obviously, when I started doing this research, I'm like, he's Ben Franklin. Like, he did great things. He was this
Yeah.
jolly old man, right?
He was a good guy. His
Right.
face
Yeah.
is on the $100 bill. Like,
But I have to put him down
Yep.
as a dick of history just for the way that he treated his family.
yeah,
Have to.
He sounds like kind of a dick.
Sounds like
Yeah.
kind of a dick.
absolutely.
Yep. So
Oh,
there we go.
shirt idea.
What?
When we run through a bunch of the dicks of history, we need a shirt that say dicks of history with their names
With the
just
names on the back.
down the shirt. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Once we get through the series.
Yep.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
All right. So,
I feel like we'll always have dicks of history though.
oh yeah,
Yep.
I've
They
got
will continue
a
to
bunch of them
prosper,
already.
unfortunately.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say there's probably way more than we even realize.
Mm-hmm.
There's ones being made currently
There
Yep.
are. Yep.
Mhm.
for
Every
future
day.
us to talk about. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. But there you go. There you have it. So stay petty, my friends, but not as petty as Ben was with his son-in-law.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't ignore me for 2
Literally.
years, Meg.
Jesus, can you imagine?
No.
And don't write about me in an almanac.
Right.
Or a pamphlet.
Or a pamphlet.
Yeah, pamphlet. Don't
All
make
right,
a pamphlet.
No
Yeah.
pamphlets. Pamphlets
No.
are bad. We have established that today.
We will just stay
Yeah.
away from them.
If you don't take away anything else from this episode,
Alleged petty detail pamphlets are bad.
yes.
Pamphlets are bad, yes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody,
Nice.
enjoy 4th of July. Stay safe and,
Yep.
keep all your
Celebrate
fingers. So,
responsibly.
yep.
Pop your fireworks.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe not here in New Mexico 'cause it's a little bit dry.
Yeah. Well,
but
not there, but
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check your local place and then
right.
possibly pop your
Right.
fireworks. Or
Exactly.
they have those little gunpowder ones that you can just,
There
they
you
don't
go.
create fire. You
Oh, the
just pop
poppers.
'em.
Yeah, those are super
Yeah.
fun.
yep.
Yeah.
And always call an Uber
Yes.
Yeah.
or Lyft or
Exactly.
whatever you have in your area.
Or
Exactly.
walk
Or
if you're in a
walk.
safe space.
Mhm.
Yep.
All
Walking's
right,
always
everybody. Stay petty, my friends. Bye.
good. Yeah.